Welcome to a week of training in 2023. Every single year and every couple months, our training philosophy changes just a little bit. My training has changed pretty dramatically within the year of 2023, so I'd like to highlight how I have made some of those changes and why I have made some of those changes. First of all, you see me here warming up with some bird dogs, with some side planks, and some ATG split squats, a very popular movement at the moment. And it is essential now that I warm up, especially after a decade plus of training and years of powerlifting. The mileage does start adding up, and you have to be a smarter lifter. You need to be able to make sure that you are able to train hard, but not get injured. And that is the key to this training right now. As you can see, I'm ramping up a high bar top set. Lately, all I have been doing is one primary top set on squats and one primary top set on deadlifts. This originally started when I injured my back in March of 2023. Just a couple months before that, 3 to 4 months before that, I injured my back as well. So having two back-to-back lower back injuries really forced me to look at my training and think, how do I train in a way that I am least likely to hurt myself and I am able to have a greater capacity to train other aspects within my training? So right away, after doing the rehab work, after building my legs back up, building my lower back health back up, I was able to do one set. And I'm thinking, okay, if I'm able to progress with just one set at the moment, let me keep doing this one set thing. As I am doing this one set, I notice that my general recovery is better. My knees, my hips, my hamstrings, my hip flexor, my adductor, all feels significantly more healthy. Especially when you are hurt, the thing you really value the most is your health. There's not a single movement that you can do. You can't even bend over to brush your teeth without pain when your back is injured. So being injury-free really became a high priority for me. Furthermore, doing just one top set on squats, one top set on deadlifts, this frees up a lot of room for me to do some more, let's say, athletic pursuits on my lower body. So I've really been focusing on cardio. I've been doing cardio 3 times a week, as you'll be able to see throughout the rest of this training week. And also, I've been lifting in a way that reflects true strength more. So doing high bar squats, doing conventional deadlifts, making sure that I move through full ranges of motion. I want lifts that I am ultimately proud of. We all came into strength sports with a mentality of, let me actually be strong, period. Not, let me be strong under these conditions when I do it this weird way. And that is essentially what we have gotten into when our vision is competitive powerlifting. We stray further away from what we consider strong, and we eventually go into these super wide stance squats, super wide stance deadlifts, lowest possible bar position, minimal movement, highest possible arches on bench, widest possible grip, and we compromise all of our standards of what we actually deem is strong. Here's a comparison that would probably resonate with more powerlifters. Pull-up. Doing pull-ups is strong, but if someone came to you saying, I can do 50 kipping pull-ups, you're still going to look at them a little bit funny because they compromise their standards, and now that they're claiming that the kipping pull-up is the equivalent of strength. So I don't want to be in a situation like that, but for the powerlifting and strength equivalent. After the squats and deadlifts, I move on to these leg extensions and leg curls. The goal of these is to really find movements that are not systemically fatiguing. Of course, I can do a hack squat. I can do good mornings. I can do heavy leg pressing. But at the same time, why? Doing those movements while I'm dieting, I'm not going to put on more muscle while I'm dieting. So I might as well just do these movements where I can retain the muscle and not overly tax myself and have enough energy for the hard cardio afterwards. So after this, you'll see that I am doing assault bike sprints. This has been a staple in my routine. But right before that, you know I had to hydrate up with some coconut water. This really helps as an intro workout, get you a little bit of energy back, make sure that you don't cramp for whatever you have afterwards. So 30 rounds of 20 seconds on and 30 seconds off. In those 20 seconds, I am pushing, I would say, pretty much in zone 3 to zone 4 type of cardio, and I'm trying to surpass 500 watts each time. So these sprints are legit. They're not all out, but you start from a place where it is moderately difficult, and by the time you get up to 10, 20, 25, these really start challenging you, and you need to find a way to mentally stay in the battle and make sure that you actually complete it. Making sure that you are not afraid to get tired is something that I constantly remind myself. Like, realistically, what is the worst that is going to happen if I just do another round, if I just endure a little bit longer? Nothing. The only thing is I'm a little bit more tired, but all in all, 5 minutes later, I'm back to where my baseline is anyways. The assault bike is pretty much the quickest way to be in pain in the gym. And not the bad kind of pain, but the, oh my God, this is actually really difficult type of pain. So getting on an assault bike at the end of your workouts and really pushing yourself, not just some low intensity, let me stroll. No, really digging deep and giving it a maximal amount of power, couple rounds, 3 to 5 rounds. I think that is a good way to start and a good way to challenge yourself, and you will quickly realize how out of condition you are and how much of a glaring weakness this is. At least that was my experience. So I really decided to double down on this and get good at assault bike sprints. Now, enjoy the last round of this suffering, and I'll see you all on day 2.